Oh, it's you again. The media, the news. Let me explain something about the Burmese pythons. Sure, I want you to take them. I want you to hunt them in the Everglades. They don't belong out in the wild. Did people release them? Yes. Were they breeding out there? Yes. Do we live in Florida where there's hurricanes and I could have had a perfectly guaranteed secured cage and it blew apart into little pieces? Yes. What do you want to do about it? Should we ban all pythons? No. How about we ban the Burmese python, the Indian python, also known as the Burmese python? I want you to ban that one. 18, 20 feet. Ball python, 2 to 4 feet. What does that do? Make a great necklace. That's all that's going to do, all right? All right, guys, what we have right here, is the Burmese python, as you can see behind me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give these to the cameraman, have him hold those. Burmese python, this is what we're hearing about out in the wild all the time. Now, as a herping person myself, out in the herpological community, do we have a problem with them hunting these very large things? Absolutely not. As long as it's legal, organized, and trained professionals, qualified people are able to go out and hunt them, we have no problem. They don't belong out in the wild. These guys are out here to stay now. And the attempt of what we're trying right now here in Florida, in South Florida, we don't know how long it's going to take to work. You got Bill Nelson and Honorable Kendrick Meeks with their 2 bills they're trying to pass. You can see it. And I'm gonna size myself up to it. So the cameraman's going to stay back a little bit. As you can see up on the sides here, this snake here is about 9-10 foot. Now this snake right here can do twice this length. Twice this length. And the cameraman, come on up a little bit. This snake can reach twice the length that this snake is right now. It's a beautiful snake. Now a lot of these snakes right here people let go. Either they were pets or they're producing out in the Everglades now. These guys right here, 18 to 20 feet, up to 200 pounds, and they're egg layers. And by the way, for those that are not sure if these guys will taste good, sure, they can taste delicious if you fry them up right or cook them up right. But by the way, they do have bones. My problem with the current laws, the way they're established right now, is these guys are constrictors. These are very dangerous when not put in the right hands. And of course, out in the wild, they can be large and very dangerous. My problem is the bill currently Bill Nelson wants to pass, the H.R. 2811. He stipulates the word python, ban the imports. I have no problem, but he needs to change it to Burmese python. We have way too many pythons out there. Rock python, the Indian python, which is basically your Burmese python, your green tree python, a lot of different pythons. It looks like I was trying to bask in the sun here, get a little bit of heat, and by looking at the eyes on this particular snake here, it looks like it's about to shed. Now you can't hear what I can hear, but this snake is hissing up a storm. Big snake. Can they make good pets? Absolutely. I'm here to tell you that these snakes can make good pets, but the problem is when you get a pet owner that uses these snakes strictly for glamour, it's real cool when they get them when they're small. All of a sudden, they get past 6 foot long, and these things become a handful. They take a lot. They take a lot to take care of as far as feeding them, caging, and the requirements in Florida. Let me explain the requirements in Florida, people. If you're not from Florida, you can't have one of these snakes unless you are licensed, and that's an ROC. It's $100 a year currently right now. It's $100 a year current permitting. You got to answer quite a few questions. Florida Fish and Wildlife are going to come out to your home. They're going to want to see that cage. You're going to see where it's going to be placed, what you're going to use, how you know about this to make sure you understand exactly what you're getting into. Currently, we've had some tragedy here in Florida with a child dying that had nothing to do with that snake. It had everything to do with an irresponsible owner. So let's focus on the situation at hand, which was an irresponsible owner. If I had a gun and I shot somebody, you don't go attacking the gun, you attack the owner. If I was a driver and I killed somebody, we don't go and beat up the car, we go after the owner. So I want you to focus on these guys. These guys are beautiful. They don't belong in Florida. I have no problem whatsoever. Go out and hunt them all, as long as you know what you're doing. Because you can get Bubba Gump python on the stick, python over easy, chocolate dip python, Sunnyside python, scrambled python, Cajun python. That's real good stuff right there. Peppered python, candy python, peppercorn python. Oh, sweet taters and python. Oh, hamburger patty, hot dog python. And ooh, bread and butter python, pickled python, candy python, ice cream python. Do you do what I do? Absolutely not. You would have to be a total idiot to go out in the wild and go, look, down the Burmese python, let me do what she's doing. Not smart people. Not smart. Oh, kitty. What, you want to tell me? Cameron, you're just going to watch me? I don't remember eating corn. There's a lot more things you can do with a python. I think pythons are delicious. They make a great little ensemble for you ladies out there. Great nice little hat, a purse, some boots. Heck, you dudes make a nice good old steering wheel, I tell you, for your truck right there. Good old steering wheel. Some nice boot kickers and stuff like that. But we got sweet taters and python. We got fish and python. We got macaroni and python. We got meatball python.